In this next short video, I want to talk to you about ears. So back in the day, there used to be speakers all over the floor and amps everywhere, and there was all the sound on the stage. It was spilling over into the room, and that's just kind of how you had to do it. And then things turned digital, and we started using earbuds and custom ear molds, and all those speakers on the floor started disappearing. So all of your monitors are in your ears now, and so most people are used to working that way, or have been in some kind of musical scenario where you're using in-ear monitors, IEMs, in-ear monitors. But maybe that's new to you, and I just want to talk to you about some of the basics of that. Okay, so when you put you got your instrument on, you're ready to go, you're ready to play, you're about to rehearse, and you put these things in your ears, and it cuts all these decibels out, and you feel like you have a head cold. And you start playing, and you go, "Oh, this sounds terrible. I can't even hear. I've got this horrible head cold." Wait, just wait a minute. As the song is progressing, we have a monitor engineer that's going through every single player on the stage, listening to their mix and making adjustments. But that can only happen while the music is happening. So you have to play music for the engineer to hear what's happening, to give you what you need. So at first you put them in and you go, "I feel like I have a head cold. I hate this." But then if you relax for a second, here's what happens. It's called the stage becoming expansive. In fact, I even close my eyes when I do that. I feel like the stage opens up. You know, the piano's over here, and all of a sudden the piano starts to float over here in my head, and the guitar moves over here, and the stage just gets very expansive. And there's a monitor engineer that specifically deals with ear issues the whole way through. Now, what's important is to put them both in. I know we've watched pop concerts, and the little pop star pulls one out, and everybody goes, "Oh, she's such a pro. Look how she pulled a bud out of her ear," and she tries to, degrade the monitor engineer a little bit with it. That's a terrible habit. It's a terrible habit. I know people want to do it because they feel like their head's all stuffy. Just relax a minute, work with the monitor engineer, and we'll get that all resolved and get it like a concert in your head. But that pulling a bud out of the head is the opposite of professionalism. It is very dangerous for your hearing. I take hearing tests all the time. Praise the Lord, I have excellent hearing. But you got to guard your hearing. As soon as you're pulling one out, your brain doesn't know what to do with that volume. It's just very dangerous for your hearing health, all right? But the other thing that happens is you start losing half of the stage. So you've prepared, you've got these earbuds in, and you go live and you pull one out, and you've ruined the whole mix for yourself, and you may have even set yourself up for disaster. So that's my advice to you. Put both earbuds in, and keep them in, and trust the process as we work through with the monitor engineer. Now, got another thing for you. At our church, we work with a click track, and that is simply a metronome. So every song that you play, by the way, every concert you've been to for the last 20 years, every song the band hears a click in their head. Every single song of every concert you've ever gone to, the band has a metronome going in their head the whole time. And we do too. And it takes everybody and normalizes everyone. It's the absolute truth. It's the thing that's true, and we all lock to that thing that's true. That's new to a lot of people. And I can tell you from experience that when you got the earbuds in and you got the click going, the person who goes, "Oh, turn that down, it's driving me crazy," is always the person who needs it the most. So just relax, suck it up, get used to the fact that there's going to be a metronome going in your head all the time, and you will soon learn to love that thing. You'll learn to love it, I promise. Now, one thing, you may have come from a church that uses not only a click track, but plays with tracks. We have done that on a few occasions for big Easter events or something where we want some layers of keyboard and all that, but in the main, we do not use tracks. I like using real humans to make real human sound. I don't like the congregation sitting out there listening to a recording. Also, you may have worked at a church, played music at a church where you have vocal cues, chorus 1, and you got this little voice in your head. And I just think that it turns art into McDonald's employees who are pushing pictures of hamburgers. I don't want to do that to you. I want you to enjoy music and the process of it and playing your instrument. The last thing is this, is just some in-ear etiquette. When you put those in-ear monitors in, just remember, everybody can hear everything you're doing intimately. Everyone can hear talking. It goes right into the piano mics. You will hear on a Sunday morning people having a conversation out in the room because it's coming in through the room mics. And oh, by the way, room mics. People pull their earbud out to get a sense of the room. You don't have to do that. We have room mics. If you want more room, we'll give you more room. Anyway, with the monitors in, there's a little bit of etiquette going on. So before a service starts, just a few minutes beforehand, you'll be hot in the head. You'll have live ears. But that's a time when people are tuning and doing some delicate things, or you might have a player going do 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 do. Playing that hard part that's about to come up. They're just doing a little bit of tweaking. It's not the time to play your favorite Rolling Stone song or jump. It's not the time to just fiddle around just because you're hot and you got some sound in your head. So listen to everybody else. Make sure that if people are tuning or prepping or working on some little part, that you leave space for that, and you just remember that everything you're saying and doing, everybody can hear all the time. That's your ear etiquette for this session.